Hi there, it's Thursday, August the 7th, and I'm down in Southampton again after our false start last week trying to get the Italian Riviera set to get those light blue air tanks, and it wasn't released. It wasn't released till this week. So we're back again this week, and hopefully we're going to be able to go and get that set and complete our light blue Spaceman. And I've just spotted my good friend Ian's Bricks, busy doing his intro for his video just over there. So I'll go and say hello to Ian too. So here we are at the store, and there is no queue, just my good friend Ian's Bricks. Ian, what are you here to buy today?
Probably not buy the Italian Riviera, although I do want to have a look at it because it looks a really nice set. So I'm just here to buy a couple of things and get the free promo gift we purchased, the Brickheads Fortnite set.
Oh yes, the Fortnite Brickheads, good stuff. And look, the shutters are going up, so we must be nearly at 9 o'clock. And there's our good friend Steph waiting to welcome us. And if I needed confirmation, here it is in the window. So there's the Italian Riviera set, and it says members early access from the 7th to the 9th, and then it's on general release from the 10th. And down below we've got a little gift with purchase. And they've handily got a bunch of Italian Rivieras just sitting here waiting for us to pick up, and there's someone else getting one. So unlike August the 1st, it is as dead as a doornail in here. The only people in here are me, my good friend Ian doing his filming, and another gentleman who's buying an Italian Riviera set. So lovely and quiet. Never get to go to a Lego store and it's this quiet, but wonderful. Italian Riviera is the only set out today, so everything else I think I filmed last week, but this is the only new set. And Steph just told me they have got the gift with purchase, but they only have 30, so the first 30 people will get that. Everyone else is going to be disappointed, unfortunately. So we're going to pick one of these up and pay for it and then go home. So we've got a copy of the set, and I've got the help of my lovely daughter Minifig Daisy to help me carry it, who's managing to just about hold it up because it's quite a heavy set. So here's our little haul. We've also got the bluey set with Chloe, so we can get the Dalmatian dog there. Minifig Daisy's got Tom and Jerry set, and this is a gift with purchase for the Italian Riviera. And Steph just told us we also qualify to get that Brickheads gift with purchase. Minifig Daisy's seeing if she can jump and reach this, but she can't. So we haven't been home long, and Minifig Daisy already has swiped her Tom and Jerry set. She's built Tom, she's just finishing off the face, and then she's going to move on to Jerry. But let's go and look at the Italian Riviera set. So I do think this is a really good looking set, and even if it didn't have the light blue air tanks in it, it'd still be a set that I would be buying. It's quite different from the original LEGO Ideas submission, which I'll show you a picture of in a short while, but it's got some nice building techniques in it, and I think the aesthetics of it is really nice. Now, although I really do like the new set, I do feel there's a couple of things where I think we've got a slight downgrade from the original Ideas submission. But they are minor, and obviously they're just my own personal preference. Firstly, I preferred the quayside in the original idea. I think it was a lot more pronounced, and I think in the actual released set, it kind of gets a little bit lost. Secondly, being a LEGO 80s kid at heart, I really do love those shutter pieces that the original submitter used on their buildings. However, I'm not entirely sure that they're still a current piece, which may be why LEGO changed them for brick-built shutters. At the back, the original submission had that ice cream shop, and obviously in the released version, we've still got that. The yellow building at the front in the original submission was the fish shop, and in the released version, that's moved over to the building on the right-hand side. And obviously that has made way for the all-important scuba diving shop, which has got that set of blue air tanks for sale. So currently this is the only way that you can get hold of the light blue air tanks. They are also going to be available in the Arkham Asylum set, which is due out fairly soon, but they're going to be on Mr. Freeze in that set. And personally, if I bought that set, I wouldn't want to take the air tanks off Mr. Freeze just for my classic Spaceman. Whereas in this set, they're kind of just an added extra, which are for sale in the scuba shop. So they're easily replaced with a different colour. Now, we obviously have no idea whether these will be ever available on Pick-a-Brick. We hope they will be, because they'll be a lot cheaper to purchase there. But another alternative some people have mentioned to me is that they're hoping they'll be available on Bricklink at some point. Now, this is quite possible, but for them to be for sale on Bricklink does mean that we're going to have to wait for someone to buy this set, break it down into its parts, and add it to their inventory. And that relies on a Bricklink seller looking at this set and thinking that the parts broken down in their shop will be worth more than the set they bought originally. But we may have to wait some time. After all, the blue air tanks and the blue space helmet came out on June the 1st, and currently on Bricklink 2 months later, there's only 3 people selling them in their Bricklink shops. But time will tell, and we'll just have to wait and see. Just before we take a little closer look at that gift with purchase, a quick shout out to all my channel members. Thank you ever so much for your support. And if anyone's interested in becoming a channel member and getting their name on a brick in my videos, you can click the join button below or the link in the description, and it'll give you all the details. You can also support my channel by using my lego.com affiliate link in the description below. And if you use that link and make any purchases on lego.com, it doesn't cost you any more. However, Lego give me a small amount of commission. But let's have a look at that gift with purchase. Now, I do like this as a gift with purchase. I'm not entirely sure where it would actually fit in the Italian Riviera set. However, it's this Italian market van, and he's obviously delivering some what looks like lemon trees and some fish to the Italian market. But once I've built the set, I'll also build this and see whereabouts it can fit. But a light blue Space Bunny is having a bit of a go at Minifig Jez for taking too long before getting the light blue air tanks out of that set. I imagine he's probably running out of air, so let's finally open up that box and get out those air tanks. Now, having taken the lid off, this set does have 3,251 pieces, and there are a mountain of paper bags inside. And when laid out, we can see we've got 25 numbered bags, we've got 2 plates, and we've got a bag for the instructions. So we need to open those up and find out which step and which bag those light blue air tanks are in. And inside the packet there are 2 instruction booklets and also a sticker sheet with 16 stickers. Flipping to the back of book 1, you can see that builds the fish shop and the ice cream shop, but it hasn't started on the scuba shop yet, so we need to go to book 2. And then 5 pages into book 2, as the scuba shop starts to build up, you can see there they are, and that's in step 215. There they are in the inventory. So flipping back, that means we need to look for bag 11. Now, if you were all in the Lego studio here with me, I'd be asking for a drum roll, but otherwise, please just a small moment of silence and reverence as we open bag 11. And just bounced out of shot. There they are. And I think Light Blue Space Bunny can't actually believe his eyes. Can this be true? Are there really light blue air tanks in the same colour as my torso? But yes, Light Blue Space Bunny, you're not dreaming. You're not hallucinating. They really are light blue air tanks. So we'll have to do a grand de-earring as we pull his ears off and take his head off. And then, there we are, light blue air tanks on a light blue spaceman. However, we still don't have any form of helmet, so we're going to have put his bunny ears back on for now, and they do just fit in front of that air tank, which is perfect. Now, in my comments, I have had quite a few people questioning my choice of headgear for my light blue spaceman, and that's because they think Jaco from the Knights Kingdom series came with a light blue motorcycle helmet. However, Jaco is medium blue, whereas the spaceman is light blue, and as you can see, these are 2 very different colours. And if we swap them over, you can definitely see that the colours don't match, and I don't think Jaco's very happy wearing bunny ears. But if we turn to Bricklink, their official name for this colour is Bright Light Blue, and we only have 6 choices of headgear ever made in that colour. So first of all, of course, we have our bunny ears, then we have our flower costume with bright light blue petals with green behind them. Then we have a pug dog costume piece, which was only ever an exclusive on the Builder minifig towers in Lego stores. Then we have an Arctic style hood from the wildlife photographer from series 16 of the collectible minifigures. However, that's only bright light blue around the fur and on the inside. On the outside, it's regular blue. Then from the Chima theme, back in 2015, we got a vulture mask. Then lastly, from back in 2012, we've got one of Zane's masks from the Ninjago theme. And that's a fairly rare minifigure, only ever appearing in one small set and a book. So with having only those 6 as my choices, hopefully you'll understand why I went for the bunny ears. So the only thing left to do is to add him back with his friends. And hopefully now he's got a set of air tanks, they won't make fun of him quite so much. But I have reassured him several times they're only making fun because they're just jealous of his bunny ears. So here we are, one step closer to completing every coloured spaceman that Lego has given us. Quite a few people comment and say, why haven't I added other colours? As helmets and air tanks exist in other colours. However, I want to keep this as a bit of a purist display. No one gets a place until a torso is made in his colour. So we just have one helmet to go, and I'm sure Lego has a plan for that already, although I'm also sure about the time that comes out, Lego will start enticing me with a new coloured torso for a new spaceman to collect. So as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you'd like to support the channel, you can either become a member and get your name on a brick at the start of the video, or even if you're just buying from lego.com, please use my affiliate link in the description below. If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. But of course, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe for more Lego videos.